Well, it didn't matter that he just grabbed it. It's fine.
That's hilarious. I cannot believe out of everything, it was the one. It was like a 1 in 12 chance. Okay, we have a windfall. Amazing. Ryan's probably so happy with his ley line. He has a fighting chance now.
Yeah, he's like, I can't believe I got this far.
That's so funny. So now we have a complicated stack to navigate here.
Yeah. Anybody been keeping storm count? It's a few. It's a few.
That's why I called Judge. Should we really spend the time for me to figure this out?
It's like, yeah. Absolutely.
Dang. I usually hope they say no.
Yeah, if that's your win con, you better be keeping track. I mean, this is a for fun game, so obviously it's fine, but...
Storm count is for blockers.
Well, when you're trying to cast a brain freeze.
Yeah.
I don't think you can make that argument.
I'll be honest. My toxic trait is I cast my brain freeze. I'm like, do I really have to play this out, guys?
Yeah. Better start
That's the correct answer.
Better start milling some stuff.
That's the correct answer.
Yeah.
Okay, we are tutoring.
We're getting there, slowly but surely.
I think we got there, y'all.
Oh?
Oh, flare.
A beautiful flare.
Amazing. Not a lot of English cards at this table. Only one person here with an English deck, it looks like. I know Ori's is all Japanese, Zane's multi...
PowerPoints to just make sure that if your opponent needs to look up Oracle text, you're like, haha, you don't know.
I got you.
You don't know what's going on.
I think the power to Rogsai is not having English cards.
Yeah.
Clearly, the winners here have...
There's a lot of these things just tap for mana, it's fine.
Yeah. Whoa, LED doesn't tap for mana.
Sure.
I actually lost a tournament once because of that.
Really?
I had a German LED, and I did not know it didn't tap to sack, it just sacked.
Oh, it just...
And there was a blind obedience out, and
Right.
I had breach and freeze, and I was like...
Oh, so you just didn't realize they couldn't...
Yeah.
Or you could use it, rather.
Yeah, so I had it, and I was like, okay, I passed turn. Everyone's like, okay, you're passing. I have an English LED now.
You played yourself.
I did. The only person who could beat me was me. All right, we have an LED. Oh, cool. In response.
Yeah, who knows what Ryan drew out of all of those cards.
A Necro Dominance.
Oh, the flat. He's just... If he somehow was able to cobble together a win at instant speed, it would be so funny.
It'd be amazing.
It'd be one of the better games ever.
I think he did that again for Flair.
Oh.
Showing off the Goblin Welder.
Oh, we getting welded?
Jiggy's Louise. All right, we're just doing the thing. I'm curious what Ori got.
I wonder if it'll matter.
Zane's going though. We're looking. We're looking and we're cooking.
Okay. It's
All right.
like, now what are we getting this time?
Now I think we get the brain freeze.
Storm count? Storm count?
Okay, all right. We're conceding here.
We're gonna assume the storm count was good enough.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, that was game 3 of 4. We have our fourth game here at Fishbowl 4 with these 4 rog size of 4. Quatrog.
Quadrog.
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 Quatrog?
No, that's too far.
Dang. I don't know how to say 4 in other languages.
At all?
I know quattro and 4.
That's it?
Un, deux, trois, quoi?
You're looking at me like maybe I know.
I don't know. What language? You know a little German. What's 4 in German?
I took German in high school, which was like 20 years ago, so please don't.
Dang. If anyone can tell me the 4 in a different language other than English or Spanish, put it in the chat. It's Fishbowl 4, y'all. All right, we are doing the mulligan game again for this beautiful pod. I went back there to see if they would play 4 games for us for Fishbowl 4. They're having the time of their lives. Like they're like manic energy and they're having fun. It's like 4 mad scientists like creating like a Frankenstein's monster right
Showing
there.
off their fanciest cards.
Yeah.
I mean, also, it's just, if you're round 1 of a day to play with some friends,
Amazing.
it's not bad energy to keep up.
Our friend in the stream room there, who I know can hear us.
Mm-hmm.
I went in there. Steven, the look on Steven's face is like, what is happening? Dirt. Thank you. Learn how to say 4.
In Turkish? Yeah, I definitely wouldn't have known that one.
Thank you. Thank you for the 4s, everybody.
So for the final game, who do you think's gonna win it? I'm gonna bet on a ROG deck winning it.
No, I think they're gonna draw this one. They're gonna.
Oh yeah, just roll it out. Let's eat the clock, guys. There's like 30 minutes left.
They're all gonna go super mid-rangey. No, I think I think Ryan or Surge are due for it.
Oh yeah, I feel for Ryan.
Yeah,
for sure.
But
after that last one, I was really hoping he'd get his shot.
I thought he was gonna get it.
It would have been funny.
But maybe Zane seat 1. It's his first time going first. This quad ROG.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he just goes, here's my turn 1, GG's.
Well, that would be one way to wrap it up.
Like our round 1 that we had with him.
Yeah.
Brutal.
That's true. Run it back.
Run it back. Wir is how you say it in German.
That's yeah. Sure.
Yeah. For those tuning in, so this is round 6 coverage of TC's Fishbowl 4 in conjunction with Playing with Power. Ori in the bottom right corner has already won this pod in their first game. I believe they played this out. I don't think they drew. And these players were gracious enough. They're all friends, and they were gracious enough to continue to play for us on stream here.
So we're just having a good time and bringing you guys some content.
Yeah, we're chilling. As the kids say, we're big chilling right now. So.
No kid has ever said that.
Really?
No
cap?
There's oh my god.
Are you bussing right now? I don't know what that
I don't know.
Yes, this is round 6.
Yeah, this is round 6 of 7 of the Swiss. So we have one more Swiss round after this. Then there'll be a cut to top 16, and then we'll see where we end up to eventually getting to a top 4 pod.
Yep.
And whoever wins this out is walking home with a lot of points and a lot of money.
$1,500 for first place.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
It's not bad.
Should cover your flight and dinner.
At least buy a dinner.
I will say, kind of on a tangent here, it is interesting to see how the top 16 is panning out right now.
Mm-hmm.
There was a lot of early draws in rounds 1, 2, and
yesterday.
3. Yeah, and that has really cracked it wide open for top 16 contention.
Right.
Going into round 6, there was only 7 players out of the 166 that had 3 wins.
Right, which is your baseline for actually getting in.
Generally
Just
speaking,
like,
yeah.
For numbers purposes,
Yep.
when we're breaking down like scores. So yeah, gives a lot of people a shot to, win 2 in a row and just jump up there.
Yep. Especially if some of the 3 wins were getting down paired.
Right. Which will happen.
Yep.
Day 2, a lot of people drop and things like that.
Yep.
So if you maybe don't have the best record, but you get paired up into a better pod.
Yep.
I mean, that can happen.
Vice versa too. If you get paired down and lose, it affects you quite a bit.
Yeah.
So I would say the top 16 is wide open right now. I think we are going to see a lot of 15 pointers and more than average 15 pointers because of all those early draws.
Right.
Which is kind of cool to see. It doesn't always happen this way. So it's something I'm following pretty closely, especially with a tournament this size.
Right.
It's interesting to see kind of the long-lasting effects of those early draws.
I mean, the bigger an event is, in general, competitively, like, the better off you are by trying to win as much as possible and have 0 draws until the end.
Yep.
Most of the time, right? Where if you're drawing the last round or even 2 to ensure that you make it into top contention,
Yeah.
drawing early puts a very awkward pressure on you for later rounds where other people might be incentivized to draw and you are not.
Right.
So
Right.
it's one of those, I have to win, so I can't be the one to draw. And I mean, draws have to be everybody agrees or it doesn't happen.
Yep.
So
Yeah, the best thing you can do day one is to win
as much as
3-0.
possible.
Yeah, as much as possible. Exactly.
If we break it down to the basics.
That might be controversial to say,
Yeah.
but
Oh, and it looks like we're popping off here.
all right.
Land,
A
drum.
little bit of an honest start here. Passing turn.
That is an honest start. I'd say that's just straightforward.
The most fair Magic. I don't think Ryan's
Oh.
gonna win this game only because he didn't have the turn 0 ley line.
It looks like Ryan also took a mulligan of some amount here, right?
Yep. Yeah, looks like he's fetching and imp sealing.
And then only had 3 cards left after that. So yeah, he went down some amount.
Who knows though? He might not even see a turn 2 with the way these pods have been going.
It looks like he's probably just passed the turn here while
Yep.
he's doing this. So,
No casting of Rog either.
oh no,
All right.
Ori, this is so many game actions already.
Horn of Harnfell for 5 is something I could possibly think of. Looks like we're using 4 red. Apple of Eden. Ori.
It's like, I'm not 100% sure on what that card does.
So it's a 4-mana legendary artifact.
Uh-huh.
You sacrifice it. You exile target opponent's hand. You can cast those cards and use mana as if they were mana of any color.
Sure.
And then for every card you cast, that opponent draws a card. But you exile their hand against play. It's like a artifact meme bet mindslaver thing.
I mean, if he gets to do it, that's pretty neat.
Yeah. So we are appling Sergio here.
Oh.
So he will gain access to Sergio's hand. He can use mana of any color to cast anything in Sergio's hand.
He's just like, man, I hope Sergio kept a good hand.
Yeah.
Well, Sergio hasn't gotten a chance to go yet, so.
Okay, what are we cooking with, Ori? Yeah, Apple's a new hotness from the Assassin's Creed set. People are like loving Apple.
Yeah.
I think it's I don't think it's great. Ori doesn't either from what we've talked about, but he loves the card.
It's always worth trying things that are brand new, right? Just to kind of see what happens with them, but sometimes they don't pan out.
No. Okay, we are just rocking the demonic consultation from using 1 red mana from the Apple.
He's just got to pick up his hand and pick up Sergio's hand.
Yeah.
And just kind of go back and forth.
That's so good. So nutty.
Effectively just adding some amount of cards to his own hand right now and trying to figure out if he can piece together anything between the two.
Well, you can do weird lines where like you're LED looping, but then like casting cards from their hands. So, like
Sure.
you have 2 hands effectively.
Yeah.
The other weird part with the Apple is Sergio can still draw and cast spells that he draws.
Yeah.
So if there's for whatever reason counter magic or somehow counter magic.
I imagine because this is a game for fun, they're just kind of talking out the lines of like, what do I do with this?
Yeah. And they're probably laughing very hard at how wacky the situation is.
Which, if you look at Ori's hand, he's got Brain Freeze.
That's Sergio's.
Or no, isn't the blue one's his?
No, those blue ones are Sergio's. The white,
Oh,
yeah.
I was just mixed. Oh, the one see, I look at the one that's in front next to the goblin one, and I was mixing up the sleeves. Okay, so Sergio's hand is like Brain Freeze. And funny enough, anything that you cast out of Sergio's hand goes to Sergio's graveyard and not the other way, so slightly awkward.
Looks like that's Beseech the Mirror.
Yeah, it's Beseech, Brain Freeze, Land, and I'm not sure what that black card is underneath
I
Beseech.
cannot tell.
If they ever move it, we'll figure it out, but...
What do you get here, Ori? How do you undo this, or how do you put together this puzzle?
Yeah, because...
He's a dark rit in hand.
Is it a dark crit?
Yeah.
I was like, I just can't tell what Ori's hand is very, very low.
All right, we're going. Okay, we did not hit the 6. We lost our What do we do with no mana?
It's not no mana.
I love these forbidden tutors.
We're going. We're going.
Are we getting slow rolled right now, Ori? Love that risk.
He just wanted to show everybody how beautiful his deck is.
It's nice. I'm mesmerized right now. What are
There's
we
only
doing?
a couple left.
What are we doing? Let's give me the last card. Oh,
I was like, is there a Thassa's Oracle on the bottom?
oh, he exiled it already. Okay, we got Mana Crypt.
Hey,
Perfect.
there we go. Just like a card left, 2 cards left.
So funny. That's so funny. Okay, and we're passing. Oh wait, maybe not. Oh
No, there's no way. It would be a very awkward pass, that's for sure. No? Maybe?
okay, Ori's just saying, I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm out. I'm dead.
I mean, you could just casually brain freeze him and take him out of the game
True.
without even much effort.
All right, Sergio is Warriors Oathing. Dinosaur Warriors. All right, now let's see if Zane loses to Warriors Oath. That's so
That's one way
funny.
to
So
take yourself
funny.
out of the game.
Yeah, I'd be like, okay, guys, I'm not gonna win. Warriors Oath, pass,
I mean,
pass.
I will say, I think Ryan has a decent shot of possibly winning out of the 2 left here.
I don't know if they're doing this now
But-
for fun.
Yeah.
Zane might just Warriors Oath, pass, pass. Let Ryan win. I hope we see that. I did tell them, I was like, look, your games might be fast, and you guys probably are going to have to play a few. At least put on a show.
Yeah, no complaints here. They have put on a show.
Okay, we have
Grinding
a
station?
grinding station. Any other game actions after the tutor?
Nah.
Who needs game actions?
Who needs game actions?
All right,
No, just okay.
we're
back.
racing.
We're back.
I think Zane is going to be able to cobble something together here.
Show us the hand.
3 mana
Okay.
for a Necro.
Sure.
Okay.
He's we're zipping down the line here. Is that
Zooming.
like 20 plus something there? I don't even know.
I think that was 35 cards.
35?
I like drawing 35 cards.
Sure.
What a weird...
Like half the deck in most formats, but only a few here.
Yeah. So this is what quad rog pods are like, everybody.
Slightly more shenanigans in a for fun game.
You didn't really miss anything. Ori appled Sergio and then exiled almost his entire library, sans 2 cards of
Yeah.
the demonic consultation, and then conceded
Yeah. Yeah, that about wraps it up.
the shame concession. Not really, not shame. Ori's having a good... I want the energy in there is so good. Everyone in there is having so much fun. They're all friends, and it's very funny to play together in this sort of capacity, especially on stream.
Yeah.
This is recorded memories.
So out of this giant stack of cards here, I'm sure he probably found the winning line and showed it to Ryan.
Yep.
So no free wins for Ryan today.
Nope, sorry,
He's
Ryan.
gonna have to work at him.
Zane going 3-1 though in a quad rock pod. Wow. Well, again, that was our coverage of round 6. A little bit of a funky one here. Ori won game 1, which was the official game, and then the remaining games we played for fun, just to have coverage. 4 friends here playing, all 4 playing Rogsai. Wacky games, but we
You
have
get to see a couple different ways it wins.
yeah.
So a little well-rounded look at decks that we will probably keep seeing for the rest of the day in
Yep.
some capacity.
Yep.
Maybe it'll be all these same players again. We'll see. Good luck to all of them. But yeah, so Ori took the win. We've had a couple games for fun, and it looks like at this point we're gonna let them take a break. We are also gonna take a break.
Yep.
I believe we have about 15 minutes left on the official clock out here. So we are going to come back for round 7 of the Swiss in just a bit. And then after that, we'll see who makes it into top
Yeah.
16.
We'll be here.
So don't leave us, hang out, and we'll be back in just a bit.
See you soon. Bye, everyone.
have, then it would be like this. Welcome back, everybody. We are going into round 7 of 7 here of the Swiss of the Fishbowl 4 with us at TC's Rockets and playing with Power. I'm Michelle Tanner.
I'm I'm Lauren, MTG Hot Dog. How are we doing?
Didn't even remember the underscore.
The MTG underscore.
It's all over the place, folks.
I was really hoping to like cut you up like I'm Michelle Tanner.
Oh well.
Like Spartacus.
I think the first one was on Full House, so I think she beat us to it. But yeah, so this is the last round of Swiss. So all of these players right now, this matters a lot. This is basically a win and in for all of them. And we have one heck of a pod. What did you grab for us, Lauren?
Yep, so I'm really excited for this. I think, the top pods, you're going to draw. You're going to try to secure your points. Some of the top pods do play to try to get better seed position in top 16. Not this pod, though. This is pod 5 on the bracket. This is every single play here is a win and in. If none of these... So the thing is, if you lose this pod, you are out of contention.
Yep. Everyone
here is at 12 or 13 points. You can't draw because you won't be at the cut. You have to win this game. All of these players have something to fight for right now, and they're fighting for their lives. And we marked that with a very, very cool pod. Luis's seat 1 on Timna Krom, kind of to be expected. Seat 2, we have Thada Adele. Seat 3, we have Rakdos the Muscle, the new Rakdos from Outlaws of Thunder Junction. And Seat 4, a deck that's been popping up quite a bit as a really good Tamir option, is Rograk Thrasios. A lot of people have been working on this deck right now. I'm really excited to see this. Probably to no one's surprise, at almost 39,000 Command Tower games tracked through the Command Tower software by TopDeck.gg. This pod comp has never existed. I credit that to one, Rakdos the Muscle just recently came out and has hard to justify Rakdos the Muscle over Obnixilis as far as your Rakdos choice.
It is a surprising choice, I suppose. It doesn't seem as easy to throw together just an infinite combo with this card.
Super tough. Super tough with Rakdos.
Maybe we're just going for a flavor win here, which I like it. I mean, you want to muscle some people.
Yeah.
Rakdos, he's got it. I
did hear earlier in the tournament, Kyle, who was playing Rakdos the Muscle, had a turn 1 Ragavan hit on a Rhystic Study and was able to cast it and won their game with a Rhystic Study. And I know Alan is really the only player I can think of right now that's playing Thada Adele, but he is passionate about this deck.
So
and
he's got the bonus points for just loving this deck.
Yeah. So I'm really excited, and this pod has never occurred before in 39,000 games.
Yeah, this is another one I definitely would have just guessed that in the dark.
Yeah. Yeah, Alan has played in a lot of tournaments, so I thought maybe we'd see some data, and I'll take a look at it now. Let me take Rakdos out of the puzzle here.
Yeah.
Out of the mix. So there's one game. This pod has happened once before with
no muscle.
With no muscle here, and Thada Adele won that game.
Okay.
So factoring out Rakdos, but having that just be any deck in that seat. Thada Adele has a 100% win rate, so we'll see if that continues here. Thank you to Datatog for supplying this data with this almanac. I greatly appreciate it. Really helps us kind of have a little bit of introspection when it comes to these pod comps.
Yeah, it's always nice to think about previous setups and who might be likely to win. I'd say hopefully we're in for a longer game just based off of a lot of blue, cards floating around at this pod, a lot of hypothetical interaction to stop anybody from just kind of running away with the game immediately, right?
Yeah, I think Thada Adele is they're gonna be all these decks are gonna be creature centric. Even Timna Krom, you can make the argument's a creature centric deck. I think the board is gonna get gummed up pretty fast. Rograk Thrasios, I could take a look at the list, but people have been transitioning away from the polymorph builds of this deck in favor of more sort of combo-y, less you play better creature quality in these decks now. Rakdos is going to be a creature first deck. Timna Krom is going to want to be able to swing through. Thada Adele might be feeding some Docksides, feeding some Rhystics, but we're going to be pretty gummed up on this board, I think.
Yeah, so our players right now just looking through, deciding on, keepable hands currently. So we'll give them a minute to hopefully find some solid 7s, maybe 6s. They're having a little conversation, a little talking it out here. Interesting to note, I don't actually see Timna or Krom out here. I don't know where they're hiding.
Hidden commanders,
Yeah,
Necrom. We're gonna
hidden
ninjutsu them in.
Yeah, just. And funny enough, I mean, Brandon can cast his commander pretty quickly.
Yeah, the thing that I think, I know Dargo Thrasios is a really popular option in Tamir, and I think people have taken some similar deck building mentalities, but utilizing Rograk to really produce a lot of mana early on, similar to what we see in Rog's side,
Yeah.
but doing it in a...
Just a slightly different way.
Yeah, instead of non-creature spells, you're really doing creature-based combos, Seedborn Muse, Dockside, Tamir Sabertooth Loops.
Yeah.
I know there's a new frog that does a Tamir Sabertooth thing, but it flickers instead of... It's in Bloomburrow coming out, and a lot
Right.
of the Tamir players are excited about it. The restriction is its sorcery speed, but you can play around counter magic because it flickers, and it's almost it's a frog a meal that you have in Tamir.
And it's a frog, so
Yeah,
it's already got bonus points.
yeah, I love frogs. Cha Cha, the frog from the Rainforest Cafe, I love that guy.
I feel like that's a throwback. I don't even know if those exist anymore, do they?
Oh, they do. There's 18 left in the United States.
That's scary that you know the number.
I drove an hour round trip about 3 weeks ago to go to the Rainforest Cafe.
you serious?
Yeah, it was a 100-mile trip to the Rainforest Cafe.
I think the last time I saw one, I might have been a kid at the mall.
Oh, I have all the merch. I love Rainforest Cafe.
That's an amazing fact about you.
I want a secret lair.
These hot dog facts.
I love it. Unironically, I was like so excited. She's like, "Have you been here before?" I was like, "Yes, I just love the Rainforest
Have you
Cafe."
been here before? Absolutely.
Yes.
As you stare very scary at it.
Yeah, I was like nuts. I'm like juice thinking about it right now.
Is that a gemstone?
It looks like Rakdos the Muscle starting off with the gemstone
Just
here.
one. We did hear round one yesterday. There was a pod where 3 players started with a gemstone. Sad we didn't have it on camera, but that is neat.
Oh, and that was matched by a player consulting and losing their entire library because they consulted for Necro on turn 0.
Turn 1 monkey is a solid start, I feel like, in this particular grouping.
Yeah, extremely reasonable start from Luis here. Really on the Tim Necron plan.
Help you get out ahead of a little bit here. And also, I mean, you're not always looking to cast your opponent's cards, but sometimes just exiling them is enough, depending on what you hit.
Making the treasure is pretty big too.
Yeah, I'd
I
say
like
the
making it enough.
treasure more important usually than anything else.
You get lucky though. You can hit a ring. You can hit something good. Ristic study.
I was like, you just rhyming things over here.
Oh, I'm a poet and I don't even know it.
Alan just has a lot of mana and passed the turn here, which is kind of interesting.
Yeah. Okay. And Rakdos is going, I can make mana too. Check me out.
I mean, starting with the gemstones, strong play.
Dockside's already looking a little healthy here.
Yeah, I was gonna say a dockside right now